Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. How are you doing, guys? So today, it's a scary story. So just scrolling, and I came past this this very good story. So today, we're gonna see what happened to these 9 hikers. It was a normal day in January 1959 in the Soviet Union. 9 hikers, student hikers from the Ural Political Union Institute, prepared for a hike, challenging winter condition in the Ural Mountains. Leader was a guy named Dyatlov, a 32-year-old young man, engineering student. He was known as a experienced hiker, you know. He's experienced with this hiking and this stuff, but not for long. And his team included 8 other recruits from his class. They planned to ski and to hike more than 300 kilometers away in the challenging winter in the mountains. So imagine with me, cold mountains and winter. But it was an impossible journey in this cold weather. But they're experienced hikers, so they know what they're doing. But something always gonna be wrong. The group left the city, I don't know the name, Yekaterinburg, I don't know if I said it wrong, carrying every, utilities. They need cameras, they need food, water, journals, backpacks, everything they need, so, they can record. Everything about the expedition seemed normal. They hiked, they talked, laughing, giggling, how's your day, what did you eat, until hikers were happy. They recorded, they documented everything, the Red Sea Mountains, the document mountains. They do hiker normal stuff. They see an animal, take a picture. They see a tall tree, tall mountain, they just whip up the camera, set up a tent. Everything normal, smiling faces, jokes, snowy landscapes, everything good, everything normal, everything was fine. They were laughing, giggling, even though committing a little bit jokes about snow, you know what I'm saying? And then none of them knew that their hiking experience and this hiking journey will become the most mysterious case ever. So their destination was a mountain called Kholat Saichel. It's a mountain. Let me introduce you to this mountain. It's the language of the local Mansi people. The name meant something chilling, chilling. Yeah, chilling, I know. But the hikers were not afraid. They're experienced hikers, so they don't need to be afraid of nothing. They had faced hard conditions before, they're hikers. They may break an arm, break a leg, survive without food, without water, snowstorms, freezing wind, and dangerous mountains, and dangerous terrain. Still, they continued their journey. They kept documenting, they kept laughing, they kept doing everything. During the trip, one of the members of the group became sick, a little bit of fever. I think he got ill, I don't know. So they turned back early. Okay, that decision would save his life. You're sick, you're on top of the mountains, and the weather is cold, it's winter, snowy, so even though if he can't survive from that because his lungs, they breathe in cold air, and he has a fever, so So the remaining 9 hikers continued. So he came back because he's sick. But the only thing that we know that the nine hikers never came back. February 1st, 1959, the hikers set up their tent, a normal tent, in the middle of the night. Everyone's helping, everyone's laughing, but they're still missing a guy from their hiking experience. It was an unusual place to camp. Like, I don't know why they did that, but I think I think they're tired. I mean, from the beginning, from the morning, they're walking, they're hiking, so people need to sleep a little bit. So maybe like a 4 hour, just a little bit of a rest, so they can continue. Most hikers would choose a safe, spaced area. They can build a tent. No animals, no hard wind, no storms. You know what I'm saying? But I think they were a little bit tired, so they need to set a camp ASAP so they can finish soon. But dyatlov, I don't know if I'm saying his name wrong, decided to stay out of camp. Go. The wind was strong. It was minus 30 degrees. I mean, can you imagine? How can people survive this temperature? Inside the tent, the hikers removed their boots, removed their coats, prepared to sleep. The night was quiet, everything was good, everything was smooth, زي العسل. And then, at least at first, everything was fine. Then something, at least at first, everything was fine. Until something happened. Something so frightening that the hikers suddenly cut their way out of the tent from the inside. You know what I'm saying? They cut their way out. They used a knife to cut it so they can't get out because it's a disaster. Weeks later, when the hikers failed to return, went missing, search teams went to find them. Eventually, rescue discovered that the campsite where they stayed, they saw something that is so disturbing. The tent has been slashed open with a knife, I don't know, or something. Their belongings, I don't know, the coats, the boots, the food, and the camera, and the diaries. I think they needed to survive the cold. But the hikers had left it all behind. How can they survive? Are you asking right now so many questions? They might be dead, right? Because who can survive a minus 30 degree in the mountain without coats, boots, or food? You know what I'm saying? So they're thinking they're probably dead. But I would say think outside the box. Outside the tent, investigators found footsteps on the snow, like big footsteps. The footprints showed the hikers had walked down the mountain. They walked down the mountain like this. Some barefoot, some with boots, some with socks. No, not boots. Some with barefoot and some with socks. You can tell when it's a barefoot and when it's a sock. They walked only 1 kilometer away from the tent into the darkness and deadly freezing temperatures. Like, can you believe it? Like, they're walking 1 whole kilometer down the mountain, freezing cold, no boots, no coats, no food. Search teams followed the footprints down the mountain. They followed them under a large tree. At the edge of the forest, they discovered the first 2 bodies. They discovered the first 2 bodies. The hikers, those first 2, tried to start a fire, but it didn't work as planned. It didn't work as planned. Branches on the tree are broken high so they can make fire, suggesting someone to find them, or had climbed them. Maybe they were trying to see the tent in the distance, so they can go back. But the fire had not been enough. The cold has taken their lives, or something else. Over the following months after the disaster, after the deaths of the hikers, over the following months, the rest of the hikers were found scattered across the mountain. I don't know how. How can they survive? That's the only question right now. Some appeared to be heading back towards the tent, but others had very, very terrible injuries in their legs, in their heads, in their arms, broken ribs, several chest trauma. People are so. One hiker had a fractured skull. Just how did they survive? How did this even happen? A hiker had a cracked skull, you know what I'm saying? One hiker had a fractured skull, and strangely, there were no signs of a fight. How can they get these injuries without even fighting? Yeah, you can fall, but it's snow. Snow can protect you a little bit. You know what I'm saying, right? No weapons, no evidence for another person, no injuries locked like they never been. Like it's been caused by a powerful force. But what kind of force, What kind of force? The decades, many explanations have been proposed. This is mysterious. Let's sort out the things. Hikers went missing. 2 found dead. Other 4 or 5 or 6 even found injured. But there's no sign of fighting, no weapons. They survived in the dead cold and the minus 30-degree temperature. How can they survive that? So people gathered up scientists and police and investigators so they can make some theories, because this is impossible. Some scientists believe an avalanche forced the hikers escape the tent. If you don't know what an avalanche is, let me explain. If you don't know what an avalanche is, I'm gonna put a picture right here. It's when the snow it just collapses down with some rocks, and then so they might think, the scientists, that the hikers heard the sound of rocks and of a snow coming, so they had to think fast and opened it so they can run. Guessed around natural sound phenomenon created panic in the group, they heard a howl, ooh, something like that, and just open. But what kind of panic would that? There are 9 guys. They can defeat that thing easily. But there's some most mysterious theories included. The first one. Secret military experiments. Yeah, it's kind of weird. And the second thing, strange light seen in the sky that night. Strange light, focus. Strange light in the sky. Or unknown natural forces in the mountains, but this doesn't make sense. It can make sense. It can't. But none of these theories explained everything investigators discovered. 2 people dead. Experiments, what, military gonna kill people? No. So, what's going on? Eventually, the investigators closed the case of the most mysterious case, and they rated the cause of a natural force from the mountains. More than 60 years, the mystery remains unsolved. 9 experienced hikers, 2 dead, rest injured, the shattered tent, and the most only abandoned campsite returned. So, what could have happened in that cold, silenced day? What are the theories? What could have been happening in those silenced? What could have happened in that silenced night? The truth of the night was still undiscovered. Okay guys, that was the end of the video. Thank you for watching this beautiful story. Actually, I liked it, from the hikers. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, ونشوفكم على خير. By the way, Resident Evil after Maghrib, I fixed the problem. Bye.